Jim Zecca, good morning. James, the czar, the recycling czar from Madison County. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Jeff.
So
good morning.
Is there a bit of sadness as you conclude your tenure out there?
Oh yeah, there definitely is. It's been it's been 30 years in the same location, the same job, and we're working with some really good folks. And and the last event is going to be after I'm done here. I'm heading out to work. We got one last tour of the facility with the school children from Chittenango. So that'll be my last task. Yeah.
I got to tell you, we had someone call us and say, if you want to find out about recycling, Jim Zecca is a genius at it. And I'm like, get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, then we find out you've done this for 30 years.
A long time, Bill. Yeah.
So what has changed over 30 years? I mean, 30 years ago, were we recycling the same way we are today? Probably not.
No. A lot of things have changed. Oh, God, yeah. A lot of things have changed. Actually, it all started for me in Oneida County, actually, when I was mayor in Oriskany Falls.
Something else I never knew about Jim Zecca.
We got to do a 10 things you didn't know about Jim segment.
That.
Yeah.
No.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
No.
Well, yeah, I was mayor in the late 70s of Oriskany Falls, and we, the state was pushing mandatory recycling, and at that time it was before the authority was started in Oneida County. We were just a county recycling program, and I was volunteering on a lot of committees, and nobody knew what the hell to do, so we got a program started in Little Oriskany Falls. Right across from my house was Nick Oliver, who used to be a legislator, my neighbor, who got me involved in politics to begin with. He had an old dairy next door to his house, and we converted the old dairy into a recycling center, and then we started the first recycling program, mandatory curbside recycling program with 5-gallon buckets in Oriskany Falls.
Wow.
We want to thank him, by the way, for getting you into politics. So.
Yes, he's the one. He's the one.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Nick Oliver, and guess he was his initials were NO, and he was known for voting no on a lot of legislation. See where I learned it all?
That's where you got it.
He's the founder of your party. I get it. I got it.
Well, listen, we want to congratulate you. And so you're the assistant director, or who's taking over, by the way?
We hired the deputy director because we wanted to start, working on making sure that the facility had continuity. Sure. So we hired Amy Miller, who was working for Onondaga County for OCRA, Onondaga County Resource Recovery Agency. And she was an engineer there. And she's going to be taking my place starting tomorrow as the executive director. And she lives in the town of Lincoln, where the landfill is located. So that makes it nice too. So we're really excited. We did a lot through the years. I put together a long-term plan for the county, so they have a 100-year plan for managing the solid waste, and the landfill should last 100 years or more. The more we recycle, the more space there'll be in the landfill. So we left them in good financial shape. We wound up with about approximately $6 million in the reserve fund for future expansion.
So, Jim, I'm
very happy. Yeah.
Jim, I have a legitimate question, and then I have a campaign slogan. The legitimate question is, I've been filling this hole in my yard with topsoil, right? And I've got probably now about 15 bags. Hole. Yeah, I've got 15 bags. What do you do with those bags? Are those recyclable, those bags that the dirt comes in?
That's one of the problems and actually one of my last tasks was a draft request for proposals. We're issuing a request for proposal for conversion of non-recyclable plastics like that material and tires into energy projects. So that was the last thing I did before, So
that goes in your garbage can.
Process.
Yeah. Okay.
So hopefully there's going to be a process. And actually, you guys should really have these folks on. Where I went to school, SUNY Cobleskill, they're doing a lot of research in gasification of waste materials to convert actually plastics, non-recyclable plastics like the film, agricultural plastics that you see all over the farms now, is terrible stuff. It's very difficult to recycle. Last market I shipped to was Vietnam, believe it or not. It was going to China, but China closed the doors, and it was going to Vietnam. But that's not sustainable. We got to keep it here locally. So
and then, Jim,
that's, I think, the future, and I'm going to really promote that, and I'm going to continue to be an advocate for that process, the gasification process, turning that stuff to energy.
I will recycle it. I'll use it as a liner for the trash can in my in my garage.
Reuse of that material. Yeah.
And here's my slogan. You know, for 30 years, politicians have been kicking the can down the road, and Jim Zecca's been there to pick it up. So there you go.
I like it. I do like it. That
good.
Could be
very good.
That's a campaign sign.
I learned early on. Here's a couple of sayings. You've heard of, the NIMBY syndrome. Not in my backyard.
Okay.
Building these solid waste facilities, which Oneida County went through for a long time before the landfill was put in place up in Boonville area. Well, there's another saying, too, NIMTOF. I learned this from an old DEC guy. I said, what the hell is NIMTOF? Not in my term of office.
Yeah. Well,
there you go.
Both of those have true meanings when it comes to politics and policy. Really something. And Jim, how do they do it? By the way, there you are out in Madison County, and you're this czar of recycling, and everyone's, everybody's getting along and working towards a common goal. And then they're like, have you seen what's going on with Jim Zecca in Utica? Holy crap. It must be quite the contrast.
Yeah, it is.
Your other life.
How do you handle yourself in Utica? And I said, well, we do the best we can.
Yeah, well, that's another campaign slogan. We do the best we can. So.
We can with what we got.
All right, good stuff, Jim. Well, listen, congratulations. We wanted to be able to, we don't always see eye to eye, but we are able to converse. And to me, that is the American way. We really appreciate it.
Exactly it, Bill. It's important that people continue to converse and talk about things. Yeah.
All right, Jim. Thanks so much, and congratulations.
I'll be around, and hopefully we'll talk more about this conversion of waste materials to energy, too.
Yeah,
I'll get you some of that contact information.
Good deal. Thanks so much. All right. And congratulations. Jim Zecca retiring after 30 years in Madison County.
I should follow up on that campaign slogan to say, Jim picked up the can that was kicked down the road. He recycled it and turned it into a keychain.
That's right.
Today, that keychain says, elect Bill Morehouse.
It's funny how things work out that way, isn't it?